This is Young Professionals Network. We're here with Lige Daughtridge, our member spotlight for the month of July. And we're going to ask Lige some good questions on who he is, where he came from, and what is he doing now, and talk to him about some of the big things he does for our community. Lige, real quick, who are you and what business are you in?
Well, my name's Lige Daughtridge. My company's Daughtridge Sales Company. It's a family-owned business that my father started back in 1970. We're a wholesale distributor for pressure and temperature instrumentation, and we do little, if any, business in Rocky Mount. Most of our business is outside of Rocky Mount, outside of North Carolina. We ship all over the country. We're a company that most folks don't know about, which is we're talking about gauges, like a pressure gauge, the common. What I normally tell people what a pressure gauge is like on your air compressor that you have at your house. It has a little gauge on there. It tells you how much pressure is on the tank. Something as simple as that, but our things can get complex where they go in pharmaceutical plants or nuclear power plants. Locally, a lot of like Hospira and engine systems would use products that we sell. We don't sell directly to folks like that. We sell through a wholesale network.
Mm-hmm.
Our business is located on Gray Street right here in Rocky Mount. Will was founded in 1970. My dad, it's an interesting story how my father started the business. He started with a VW Bug and riding through North and South Carolina, Virginia, and took the back seat out and put some product in. And then as the business grew, he went to a van, and after that he had a office above Epstein's, and then after that we moved in a little small warehouse. So I've grown up with this company. The company's the same age as I am. It's an honor to be working in a business that your dad started. Recently, within the past 4 or 5 years, it's been solely I've been running, but longer than that, my dad was in and out.
Right.
But and 2 years ago, my dad and I came to an agreement, and right now I'm in the process of buying him out.
There you go. Any special certifications or accreditations that you have within the industry or anything else?
2 weeks ago, we were actually given our ISO 9001 certification, which is we're very proud of that, and we've got to go out and do some publicity and so forth. But it's more of a quality certification for our company. We depend solely. We don't do a great deal of advertising. We depend a lot off our reputation within the industry, which is fortunately we have a good reputation because of customer service and following through with what we say. So we've got great people working with us.
Excellent. All right. Now this is the long-winded question. What are your community affiliations and activities?
Well, before I start there, I guess I've taken on. I was born and raised in Rocky Mount and graduated from high school here, and we certainly have our challenges here in the Rocky Mount area, the community, including Tarboro and Nashville and Spring Hope and so forth. So a few years ago, I decided that complaining was not the best way of doing something. So if you wanted to have a solution to the problem, you might as well get involved. Or if you wanted to complain, I felt it best to get involved before you could really have room to complain. So with that being said, I've been involved in quite a few things. I serve on the board of the Rocky Mount Chamber of Commerce. I serve on the board of Reach Out Rocky Mount. And I've been on the board for a long time, no longer with the Boys and Girls Club. And well, soon, I think I've been voted on. I will be on the board of Rocky Mountain Academy over there, and there's a few other things that I'm involved in. And my wife, Annie, and I were very involved in our church, which is First Presbyterian Church on Church Street, along with our children.
Now, Reach Out Rocky Mount's pretty infamous locally, but for not everybody who knows everything about Reach Out Rocky Mount or the Fun Run, give us your 30-second wrap-up on what Reach Out Rocky Mount is.
30 seconds, that's a tall order, but essentially Reach Out Rocky Mount was established to bring credibility, or I don't want to say credibility, bring awareness to the nonprofits in the community. And it was the brainchild of Helen Lockery, who has done a lot in our community and cares a lot about our community. We went out and we found matching funds, and then those matching funds last year were about $100,000. And then we went to the nonprofits and asked if they wanted to partner with us. And the only criteria that we had for the nonprofits for them to be a 501c3, and they had to benefit citizens of Rocky Mount. So, for example, last year, if you gave $100 to the Red Cross or to Boys and Girls Club or to the Tar Heel Orchestra, we matched that money. They would get 100% of that money, and then we matched it 70% on the dollar, which is an awesome return on your investment. So that $100 then turns into $170. But really what we're trying to do is get folks involved in the community, because that's what it's going to take to make Rocky Mount even better than what we are. And I feel strongly and I'm passionate about that.
Reach Out Rocky Mount isn't one person. It's an organization. There's a lot of volunteers who take care of that. The fun run, you're not a runner any more than I am, but it's a great, as I used to be as well. High school was a long time ago. But, you know, it's one of those things where having great people is wonderful, but having great leadership is even more important. And so your role in leading these efforts in our community is very well appreciated.
Well, thank you. But also I want to mention, take the opportunity on, we've also created an online community calendar, and that's at reachoutrockymount.org. And folks can go in there and check what's going out in the community, because we ask folks if YPN is going to have a volleyball game and they want to invite folks to come out and participate, YPN can go on there and submit the event, and then we post it. And because the other thing is, Rocky Mount gets a bad rap about nothing to do in Rocky Mount. I guarantee you, if you go to reachoutrockymount.org and go to our calendar section, you'll be amazed.
You'll be hard challenged not to find something going on.
Of things that are going on in our community.
And now, is there advertising opportunities on this?
There are advertising opportunities. We haven't explored it greatly. Right now we have one advertiser. Wachovia is advertising on there, which we're grateful for. We probably need to do a better job of getting.
Now, you mentioned Annie, your wife. I'll give you a little spotlight there. You're married to Annie. How did you meet her, and what children do you have and their names?
Well, actually, I met Annie here in Rocky Mount when I had a Christmas tree lot. That was one of the things I had in high school, and then afterwards met her on my Christmas tree lot, and one thing led to another, and now we're married, and we have two children, a 9-year-old Lily and Ellis, who's 7, and just a wonderful family. And Annie's involved in the community as well. She is part of a group. They started a nonprofit called Animal Crackers, which is supporting animals and trying to take care of keeping all the strays and getting the pet population under control. Went to college at the College of Charleston, South Carolina, and very proud of that. It's a wonderful school. It was great to get away, and it is great to get back home, but then I don't have all the I care less if Carolina and State play and who wins. It's just like I want to see a good game.
You've been a longtime member of YPM, one of the founding members, if I recall correctly. What would you say to someone who is considering membership in YPM? What do you feel are some of the benefits that you've gotten out of it and continue to get?
I think the YPN, one, it supports Rocky Mount. Secondly, I think it's a great way for people to get to know each other and find common ground. And I think also for folks coming into town, I think it's a great way to learn about the community. But then if you're getting started in your career, it's a good way to network. And I think the networking is the biggest thing. And just when you don't know some folks in town, it'd be a nice way to meet some folks. And really just the YPN, y'all do some, I say y'all because I'm not as active as I probably should be, do some great things in the community, especially with some of the educational pieces, and it's very exciting to see that happen.
Well, I appreciate the kind words, and again, as a longtime member, we appreciate your membership, and every organization is made up of different people who contribute in different ways, and it goes through cycles. You were very active in YPN many years ago. You're now active in the Chamber and Reach Out Rocky Mount. That's what our aspirations are for YPN, is for folks to start out what they're going to do in their community involvement. A lot of young professionals don't do that. They're too busy working and don't have the time or the opportunities, and YPN tries to fit that gap where it is and as needed for the individuals in the area. So, all right, well, Lige, congratulations. We will see your face on digital billboards and newsletters and all that good stuff. So we
God help us all.
Appreciate everything you do for Rocky Mount, and you have a good one.
All right, thanks, Clint.